Great Tuesday morning. Thanks for tuning in to Kimmie's World. You are in for a treat. Y'all know what it is. Let's get it. Let's go. Great Tuesday morning. Welcome to Kimmie's World. Thank you all for joining in. Listen, if this is the first time you have stumbled across Kimmie's World's page, first time you tuning in, or if you've watched Kimmie's World broadcast before and you have been shacking up with us, child, that means you have not subscribed to the channel. I'm going to need you to go ahead and subscribe to the channel this morning. I would love to have you a part of the Kimmie gang. Now, for those of you all who are a part of Kimmie gang, first of all, I got to give a shout out to all of my paid subscribers. You guys, that is the true Kimmie gang, is those paid subscribers, because they believe in the vision of this channel. They enjoy getting quality content. They enjoy getting the perks that we have from purchasing a membership. Now, what are some of the things that we get from purchasing a membership on Kimmie's World? Now, one of the things that we get from purchasing a membership on Kimmie's World, let me run that again where you all can see. We have member-only chats. We have member shout-outs, giveaways, early access to videos and live streams, members-only videos, and discount on products when they become available. Now, in order to have a paid subscription, you will have to either become a pink baby. Y'all know my favorite color is pink. Or you can be, one of them exclusive people, get one of those gold membership badges. Now, the membership badge has been pinned in the comment area, so you can go ahead and click on that right now and become a part of my pink babies in the gold gang. Anyway, thank you all for entrusting and believing in, y'all, my microphone just tilted over, believing in my vision here. Now, how do we contribute if you don't want to purchase a membership, but you have subscribed to the channel? What can you do? You can like this particular broadcast. You can share it. There are so many ways you can support Kimmie's World. Share this broadcast. You can engage in a comment area. If you're watching this video on a replay, you can put hashtag replay, hashtag Kimmie gang. Let me know that you've been here today. Now, another way that you can contribute, there are so many ways you can support this channel. You can do super chats, super thanks, super stickers. But one thing I want you to know, when you do that, if you think that your content creator is going to receive 100% of what you have sent, like if you send a $19.99 super sticker, super thanks, whatever, that content creator is only going to receive 50% of those proceeds. So if you want to make sure your content creator is getting everything that you are giving them, you need to go ahead and Cash App them this morning. All right. How do we Cash App? My Cash App is $KIMMIES WORLDD. Just Kimmie's World. Okay. Now we got that housekeeping out of the way. We can stop running this banner at the bottom. How y'all doing? Who we got in the comment area? I see we have Allison tuning in. Great morning to you, Queen. Thanks for tuning in this morning. Y'all, I'm telling you, I feel good this morning. I don't know about y'all. I woke up kind of tired. Kaden had football practice last night. We probably didn't get home till a little after 9 o'clock last night. And then, for those of you all didn't know, the DNC National Convention is going on. Baby, they had a great kickoff. But before we get into all that, y'all know we got to go ahead and do our content creator spotlight. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into that already. I'm going to turn down this music just a little bit it down so I don't have to act like, I'm yelling or whatever. How's the sound coming in right now? Is the sound good this morning? It seemed like it is. There's no lagging or anything that I see on my end, and I'm hearing everything good in my ear. So hopefully the sound is good. So we're gonna go ahead and get into today's content creator spotlight. So as you can see, this is Annette and Slavi. They have a YouTube channel. Now they have been on YouTube since 2019. They have two boys. They're two small boys. Annette is from Africa and Slavi is from Germany. Now they married in 2019 and live in Germany, and they have over 464,000 subscribers. Now, if you see in the comment area, you see that their content their link, you can click on a link to subscribe to their channel. I'm gonna tell you why I love their channel so much. When I watch them, because sometimes you got to get away from all the mess and the drama. I was listening to Glam to Gam one day, and she was saying she been listening to Fish. She been watching fishing all weekend. Sometimes you got to get to that. You got to get to more than just the drama. Sometimes I like to, veer away from all the mess that's going on YouTube and watch some really good content. So I like watching them because, so they met each other on some type of dating app, and they dated for a lengthy time. Mind you, she is from Africa and he is from Germany. So, in Africa, and this is just by learning, just watching the videos, learning that they speak English in Africa. Like, she speaks fluent English. And in Germany, they're speaking German. Now, you see some people in Germany, just from watching the channel, some of them actually only speak German. So, mind you, they married each other and she moved to Germany away from Africa. And you'll learn by watching their channel. You'll see the love that they have for each other. You can see the patience that he shares with his wife. It's so refreshing to see people that actually love each other, people that actually work on their relationship, love their children. I was watching something on it might have been, matter of fact, it was Plies. Plies had did a video, and he said he loved to see when women love their children. Now, some women, they get so tired of their kids, like, get back, shut up, don't do that. Y'all done heard me fussing, but that don't mean I don't love my kids. But, you see that. But Plies was like, he loves to see women that genuinely love their children, that are happy to be a mom. And when I watch these two content creators, I can see that both of them love being parents. They love their children. Miss Annette has so much patience with her children. She cooked different African dishes. I love to see that. I love to see her actually being on her soft girl era, as we call it here in the United States. But anyway, enough about that. Congratulations to them for coming in as our third content creator spotlight. Congratulations to you. Make sure each and every one of you all follow them on YouTube. Really, really, really good content. You can learn so much about another culture. And y'all know what I say in Kimmie's World. For those of you all who have started watching me from the very beginning, if you don't learn something new every single day, you'll be dumb the rest of your life. And we ain't got no dumb folks over here in Kimmie's World. That's just what it is. Anyway, we got Angel Mom in the building. Great morning to you. You guys already know Angel Mom has a YouTube channel. Make sure you go check her out. Great content. I believe she was our very first content creator spotlight. So congratulations to her as well. Make sure y'all follow her. Great morning to you, Feronia. She said, good morning, Kimmie. Thank you for your stream. You are welcome. All right, y'all. Let's get it. Let me cut this music. Child. Let's see. Listen, I'm telling you, this is definitely the season of sickness. You hear me? Mind you, I told y'all my sister had COVID, so she's been off work. Shout out to you, Sylvia. She may be in the chat. I'm not really for sure how she feel this morning, but Sylvia's been sick, y'all. And my throat hurting this morning. That's kind of strange, right? Shout, I hope I ain't caught nothing. Anyway, make sure y'all mask up. So anyway, the first person we're going to talk about is actually Phil Donahue. Who remembers watching the Phil Donahue show? I can remember. Matter of fact, Phil Donahue is probably when I was growing up one of the, excuse me, better talk show. He was the king, like Hollywood Unlocked said. Shout out to them for actually doing this flyer. He was the king of daytime talk. Anyway, he died on yesterday. He was 88 years old. Now, for you young people that may stumble across Kimmie's world, I've been checking my analytics. I've been, I, I got an older crowd, so most of my crowd know who Phil Donahue is. But those of you all who don't, um, mind you, Donahue did pass away and he was surrounded by his family, including his wife of 44 years. I didn't even know. Her name is actor Marlo Thomas. Wow. I did not know. I didn't know he was married to an actress. His sister, his children, and his grandchildren, and his beloved golden retriever, Charlie. His family said in a statement to today. Now, no other details were released. Now, I have been hearing things that he had suffered from some type of illness, but he did pass away at the age of 88. And the Bible talks about it only really guarantees us three score and 10, which is 70 years. So he went 18 years past that. So that's a blessing, really and truly. Um, so let's see, let's talk about so the journalist pioneered the modern format of the issue-based daytime talk show. I didn't know it was basically his pattern, featuring audience participation. His show will become one of the most influential programs of its time. Now that's a fact. Donahue winning 9 daytime Emmy Awards for Outstanding Host. Donahue was born in 1935 in Cleveland and began his journalism career radio in the 1950s. Now it goes on to talk about his family life. I did not know this. He began hosting TV's The Phil Donahue in 1967. Do I have anybody in my chat that actually remember that in that time? Actually, it was in Ohio. I didn't even know it was in Ohio with a live studio audience. The show was syndicated a few years later and will move to Chicago before making its home in New York City in 1985. Now, the final episode of the show, which had been renamed Donahue, aired in 1996 after a 29-year run. I believe that beats Oprah Winfrey's run and a lot of people others run. So of course, he was the king of daytime daytime talk. Anyway, let's move on to our next story, y'all. When I tell you this next story right here, let me put this up. And we're gonna be let me run this ad. Not this ad, but let me run this at the bottom. The materials and information have been prepared or are intended for educational purposes under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Let me take a deep breath before we talk about this one. So, Crystal Kaiser was sentenced to 11 years in prison for unaliving her alleged SEX trafficker. Y'all hear this? Let's move on to the next slide. So she fatally shot Randall Voller III in 2018, arguing that S he SA'd her and S trafficked her in and other underage girls, black girls in Kenosha, Wisconsin. Now, for those of you all didn't know, we're going to talk about this morning. Cal Rittenhouse. He also unalived two men and injured one during protests in Kenosha, Wisconsin, arguing that he was ambushed. Now let's go to the next slide, y'all. So both parties were 17 years old at the time that their crimes occurred, and both were charged with intentional homicide charges. Both parties claim self-defense. Now, Crystal is facing life in prison and still awaiting trial. She was sentenced to 11 years. And Cal Rittenhouse, y'all, he was acquitted of all his charges. Now, honey, we're gonna talk about this, honey. So Crystal was she was essayed by this man. Let's actually talk about the incident, and then we're gonna talk about Cal Rittenhouse because I found out some information about him this morning that kind of was like people need to know this information, especially if you're gonna vote in this election, because you gotta know who you're voting for and who they support. Anyway, so this really upsets me. So Crystal, who earlier this year she pleaded what? She pleaded guilty. She pleaded guilty to reckless homicide in the case and will serve 5 years in prison. Kenosha District Attorney Michael Gravely told CNN in an email on Monday. The 11 years is minus 570 days because she has already served. Oh my God. She already served that awaiting trial. Now, Crystal actually shot Randall. That was the man who SA'd her, S trafficked her, 34, at his Kenosha, Wisconsin home in 2018 when she was 17 years old. Now, Crystal shot Randall, shot him, she unalived him in the head, burned his house down, and stole his BMW, the Associated Press reported. She initially was charged with multiple counts, including first degree intentional homicide, arson, car theft, and being a felon in possession of a firearm. What? But she was 17 years old. Kaiser, who is black, argued she was trafficked by Voller, who was white, beginning when she was 16. Oh my Wisconsin Supreme Court ruled in 2022 a state law absolving trafficking victims of criminal liability for offenses committed as a direct result of being trafficked extends to first degree intentional harm. God, oh, what? The court ruled Kaiser's legal team should have the opportunity to present, and they just go on and on. So let's talk about old Cal here, okay? Did y'all know that Cal Rittenhouse may be appearing in the Republican National Convention? Cal Rittenhouse, the one. Before we talk about that, let's talk about who he is and what he did. And then we'll go back to the other one. So, anyway, um, Cal Rittenhouse, he was born. Well, we ain't got to get into all that. So, what happened to Cal Rittenhouse in Kenosha, Wisconsin? On August the 25th, 2020, 17-year-old Rittenhouse and a friend traveled to Kenosha where protests were taking place following the August 23rd officer involved shooting of Jacob Black. Y'all remember that? That was the black man who was unalived 7 times in the back after walking away from the police officers and attempting to enter his SUV. Many of y'all may probably remember that. What is Cal traveled to Kenosha and well he didn't actually unalive him. Just I mean Blake was not unalive. He actually survived. So they talked about Blake actually survived and he was paralyzed following the shooting. Now the officer who shot Blake was not charged. So a neighbor's cell phone video of the Blake shooting quickly went viral. prompting massive protests in Kenosha that turned violent, leading to a major property damage downtown. Dozens of buildings were destroyed or severely damaged. Now, during the day of August the 25th, Cal, 17-year-old Cal Rittenhouse, helped clean up damage from the protests. He returned to downtown Kenosha that evening with a rifle. Y'all hear me? Joining other armed groups guarding a second location of a car business that had been severely damaged. Now, hear me out. Now, Rittenhouse, that's Cal, 17-year-old, shot three men. One of them was Joseph, he was 36, Anthony, 26, and Gage, 26. Rosenbaum and Huber, they passed away. The third one who was shot by Cal sustained injuries. A jury found Rittenhouse, y'all hear this, he acted in self-defense. He wasn't essayed. Um, he wasn't S trafficked. He wasn't violated. He stuck his nose in business. He had no business going down there at 17 years old, and he unalived two individuals and severely injured another. And the jury found that he acted in self-defense. Not what's the other girl named Crystal, who had been violated as a woman. Now, many of you all who have been violated before, and I know there's probably, and you don't have to put that in the comment area, but if you had an opportunity, if someone violated you the way Crystal had been violated, you can only think of how afraid she was. She probably was afraid for her life. There's many traffic victims that I've heard about that they brutally, and we're not going to get into all that, but they brutally abuse these women. And they found her guilty. And she's facing is less than 11 years because she's already spent probably almost 4 or 5 years in prison already awaiting trial. Now, what's the difference between the two? Both of them were 17-year-old. Both of them, they unalive. She unalived one person, he unalived two and injured another. He was butting his nose in business, and she was acting really in self-defense, but they found her guilty. Anyway. So that's Cal Rittenhouse. Do you know Trump wants this clown at his RNC convention to support him and to actually speak about GUN violence? Honey, let me go back to this string. Let me see what y'all saying in the comment area. Because just talking about this really, really upsets me. Great morning, Terry Dow. I know a lot of this information is new, y'all. That's probably why y'all quiet. Like, what? Yes. Child, this is a whole heap of mess. Really, it is. I think it's super unfortunate for something like this to even occur. Anyway, we're going to move on from that particular topic. And we're going to talk about this topic here. Who has heard about the New York bus driver fight on yesterday? Was it yesterday? I have to go back and see what day it was. Maybe Angel Mom, I believe she's from that area. Maybe she's heard of it. Y'all, this was all over social media about this particular fight. I did not upload the video because child, YouTube might strike my video. Facebook too. Welcome Facebook for tuning in. If you're tuning in from Facebook, go ahead and share this broadcast and like it as well. If you have yet to like the broadcast, y'all gonna hit the like button, please and thank you. Okay, so let's get on back to it. So as you can see, that's a bus driver right there. And the guy with his head down, that's the passenger. Oh crap. Let me put this up. All right, that's the passenger. I don't know if you can see in the photo, you see all them people in the back with those cameras. Everybody got their camera out recording. That's something I noticed. It's about 5 of them. So there's some videos floating around. But anyway, let's talk about this child. This actually happened in New Jersey. My bad. I thought it was in New York. It happened in New Jersey. So this happened on Friday. It was a New Jersey Transit bus driver and a passenger. Both of them was arrested, honey. Last Friday after getting into a fight in New York. Newark. I said New York. Newark. Now it happened on August 16 around noon on a crowded bus on Broad and Lafayette Streets. Now let's hear what happened. So allegedly, the fight started because the passenger spit on the bus driver. Y'all, that's probably one of the nastiest things you could do to somebody is spit on them. That's gross. I'd rather somebody hit me than to spit on me. That's gross. Ooh. So the bus driver had told his passengers to move to the back of the bus before the fight broke out. Now, Newark police have reviewed the video fight. Now, mind you, they had a lot of videos. People were recording. I'm pretty sure they had cameras on the transit bus as well. Now, the video showed that the driver was choking the passenger while continuing to punch him, and I promise you, he was. That bus driver was mad. Um, it's a bus driver trying to help out the community, and you did wrong to a bus driver that's trying to help us out. He's doing his job and he wants to feel safe, said a passenger. He right. Both men face charge of aggravated assault. Now, eyewitness news reporter Anthony Johnson spoke to NJ News Transit Riser who had riders who had a lot of different opinions about what happened and who was right or wrong. Another passenger said he spit on him, which is physical, but at the same time, I think he should have called the police. No. If somebody else said, if he spit on me, I'm automatically hitting him. Like, I'm with Donna. That's another one. So, I don't know. What would y'all do if somebody spit on y'all? What would y'all do? I know what I do. It's gonna be listen. Somebody spit in my face. I'm sorry. It's just that's ooh. I'd rather you shove me, hit me, even slap me, but put your nasty body fluids in on my face. I don't know about that. Anyway, we're gonna stop right here for a brief commercial, and we will be right back. Performing live, Stina will be at the Boneyard on Saturday, August the 24th. Gates open at 5 p.m. Show starts at 9 p.m. Address is 377 French Drive, Greensboro, Alabama, 36744. Stina will be performing Southern Soul Party, Old Folks Groove, I Don't Mind Cheating on You, and Bonfire Boogie. Make sure you catch Stina in Greensboro, Alabama. All right. For those of you all know, that is actually my niece. You can download her music on Spotify, Pandora, Apple Music. I'm trying to think. YouTube, and all the other streaming platforms. You can download Stina. Anyway, let's get back into it. So, first of all, before we get into another topic, Trump has been saying that he looked better than Kamala. Kamala, excuse me. Y'all know Kamala was on the cover of Time magazine. I'm really trying to figure out why is Trump so obsessed over Kamala's Time magazine cover again? Like, I don't know. Trump is declaring that he's looking better than she is. I mean, it's either her looks or it's either he got the bigger crowd. I don't know. But he is quite upset about that particular Time magazine cover. Congratulations to Kamala for actually making Time magazine. First thing I want to talk about, honey, is the DNC National Convention. What actually kicked off on yesterday? When I tell y'all, I am so excited. I was talking to my mom this morning, and she said the DNC National Convention is electrifying. When she used that word, I said, you know what? I was excited about Obama, Barack Obama. I remember watching his speeches or whatever. But this right here, this DNC National Convention, if you missed it yesterday, although it'll be all week, but if you missed yesterday, honey, you missed a treat. So they started out and they had different opening shows, um people to come up. The first people were, well, not the first people, but one of the things that caught my attention, because I was actually watching it while I was getting ready to go to Cadence football practice, was the Soul Children of Chicago. You guys, they sung the Star Spangled Banner, and at first it was like, it's just a basic, and baby, they broke off at the end, and I was like, what? These kids sung so well. They're called the Soul Children of Chicago. Not only that, but they had several speakers to come up. They had the congresswoman from Texas. They had Hillary Clinton. They had Joe Biden, Jill Biden, Joe Biden. So I mean, they had so many electrifying speakers to come up on yesterday. Now today, if you plan on watching the DNC convention, I want to just let you know that today's platform will be, I believe Barack Obama will be speaking today, and also Michelle Obama will be speaking. I'm not for sure exactly what time it's going to be, but I do know they will be speaking today. So make sure you catch that. And another thing I want to bring out is that the DNC National Convention, like Kamala's team, oh, they're brilliant in how they're running her campaign. For those of you all who watched the show Scandal, do y'all remember that show Scandal? Y'all know President Fitz, Tory Goldwyn. Well, honey, he hits the DNC stage with a full endorsement for Vice President Kamala Harris. Why does that matter? We are in this technological world, social media world, and when we watch Scandal, it really puts you in the mind of President. It puts you in the mind like he's the real president. It really does. Although he's not. Some of the comments, I don't know if you can see this, but Funky Dineva said this was smart. He's got us feeling like a former president is endorsing her for real. Another person said, and he channeled his inner Fitz too. He gave that speech like he was on the show again. Who watched that? That was good, y'all. Somebody else said, this was a smart move. We all love Fitz. So I think it's smart too. I'm looking forward to watching the DNC National Convention. I hope you all will watch it too. I don't know what your political affiliations are. I do know yesterday they did brought out what was in that Project 2025. If you have yet to really look into what's in Project 2025, you need to look it up. I believe you can go to project2025.com or .org or something like that. Read it for yourself, honey. Before you vote for anyone, I'm not pushing no political affiliation, but you need to know for yourself. Make sure you are registered to vote. It's like less than 78 days, and maybe less than that before it's time for us to vote. Check your voting status. Make sure that you know exactly where to vote in your particular county. Now, all I'm gonna say is I just want to thank y'all for today's show. I appreciate everyone for tuning in. Another thing, remember that membership badges are available for purchase. We led into that in the beginning of the show. Membership badges. Hold on just a second. Membership badges. The first tier starts at $4.99. And then $6.99. We have member-only chats, member shout-outs, giveaways, early access to videos and live streams, members-only videos, and discount on products. You guys gotta Stay tuned to the products because they will be coming out soon. And my members only will get the exclusive discounts to the products. Let's see if we have any members in the chat. I do not. Let me make sure. I don't see any members in the chat right now, but I know they will come back on the replay. We have Sunny Day in the chat. She said, good morning. We have Ty. What's up? Said good morning. Terry Dow, great morning. Thanks each and every one of you all for tuning in to Kimmie's World. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to this particular broadcast. And I will catch you guys tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Central Standard Time. Thank you so much. Y'all have a great day.
Thank you for subscribing. Thank you. 'Cause you're just that subscriber. Like and subscribe.